Hey, Lori here. Welcome to day two. You made it. Congratulations on rocking day one. I hope you loved what you learned, and I'm so excited to dig into day number two. Before we start, I just wanted to say, make sure you're in our Facebook group. That Facebook group is where you can take what you're learning in these videos and dig deeper, take it to the next level, and get surrounded with a community of women that want to help you thrive. In that group, I'm going to be sharing tons of other tips, tricks, and skills that have really helped me. So this is just kind of the basics. So let's get started with day number two's challenge, and that is get a grittier circle. I don't know if you've ever heard of the term grit, but basically, I think of grit as when I meet someone gritty, they're a champion, they're a winner, they're success oriented, they bounce back, they fall down 7 times and get up 8. And that is what I think we all want to do as mamas and as women that want to grow a business. Whether you're starting a business or you don't have one, whatever the case may be, I know that you want to thrive. So I want to share with you guys 2 thoughts that really impacted my life in this department. And that is, number 1, the fact that you become like the people that you hang around. And number 2 piece of advice was never take advice from someone you would not trade places with. So you become like who you surround yourself with. There was a time in my business back in the day, maybe 7 years ago, that I was super stuck and I was not happy. I was complaining, I was tired, I was like blah. And I had a friend who was also stuck and not having a good time in her season of business either. And we used to talk all the time, like we'd get together and be like, oh girl, I'm tired. You tired? Ooh, I'm tired. Man, nothing's working. Like we would kind of we were like pity partners. And then one day she shifted. She got unstuck and very graciously, she stopped talking to me. And not in like we're not friends anymore. We're still friends actually today and connected. But in that season, she separated from me because I wasn't gritty. I was whiny. I was negative. I was stuck. And she knew the truth that you become like the people that you hang around, and she had to change it up. Have you ever been there? Woo, when I recognized that, it totally shook me up and made me decide to grow. And fast forward to I guess it was almost 3 years ago now when I was pregnant with my little boy grandson, who's upstairs napping, by the way. I remember being super nervous because I knew a lot of moms that they were not exactly encouraging, if you know what I mean. They talked about how their business was successful and then they had kids and now they couldn't be successful anymore, or they were eternally tired, or couldn't even brush their hair in the morning because their life was so crazy now, or just get ready, prepare to, hate your life and never have privacy again, or whatever. And it was really caused me to feel anxious. And I remember I reached out to a mentor of mine because I knew you never take advice from someone you wouldn't trade places with. And I just asked her, I said, is this real? Am I going to be like miserable? I want to have it all. And she grabbed me. I remember her saying, you can have it all. You just have to choose to cut out the noise and surround yourself with people that are living the life you want to live. And that is what I chose to do. And it truly changed my life as a new mom. And I really believe surrounding myself with women who are already champions in life and in business and taking advice from them is how I was able to thrive as a new mom and continue to create a 6-figure earning business from home around nap times. And I want to help you be able to create whatever dream life you have for yourself too. So if you want to be grittier, I'm going to give you a couple tips, but the biggest one is surround yourself with people who are already winning in all areas of their life. If you want to win, you've got to get around winners, and you really can choose to seek out these people and get around people that can lift you higher and can help you grow. So I'm going to tell you my 6 characteristics that I find are in most gritty people, and you can be looking for these. Number 1 is gritty people don't look for the easiest way. They look for the most productive and beneficial way. Gritty people focus on the long game. They choose today's actions based on the long game, not based on today. Gritty people do not participate in drama. Woo! Can I get an amen in the back? Like, drama will suck the life out of you. And I participated in drama without even knowing it. So we've all been there. Number 4, gritty people recognize their emotions, they work through them, and then they release them. Gritty people don't hold on to resentment. They don't hold on to unforgiveness. They don't hold on to fear and anxiety. They recognize it, work through it, and release it. Gritty people own their current situation and take responsibility for their future, recognizing that them and them alone, like you and you alone, you are the person in charge of your own happiness, in charge of your success, not your husband, not your children, not your coworkers, not your mama. No one can create your happiness and success other than you. And number 6, gritty people look for solutions, not excuses. So, did any of those hit home to you? I bet you probably identified some of those things in yourself, and you can probably see that in some of the people you're around, and maybe also the opposite in some of the people you're around. So let's talk about how can you find some gritty people, because maybe you're like, great, I need some of these people in my life. Like, is there a gritty people club? How do I find these people? Well, here's what I would recommend that's really helped me. Now that you know the characteristics, you can start looking for them in your current circle. So in your church group, in your mom group, in your social media, who do you follow? Your workout groups, like whatever you do in life, what if you just started looking for people that hold these characteristics and start connecting with them? It can be as simple as that. I definitely think social media is huge. Are you following drama or are you following uplifting people? And then the other thing I will say personally for myself, which this may or may not apply to you depending on, what you've got going on in life. But for me, building my network marketing business was an amazing tool to help me get a grittier circle, because in my network marketing business, I get to build a team. And because I know the type of women I want to be around, I look for them. I look for gritty women. I look for ambitious women, uplifting, positive, faith-filled, drama-free, all of those things. And that's who I look to add to my team. And it has been so empowering because I've been able to build a team of women that I want to be around, that I get to help, but who also really lift me up too. And I love that. So what if you're thinking your current circle is just not gritty? Like, what the heck do you do? Well, I think first of all, you want to think about your circle as like there's different levels of exposure in your life. There's some people that you want to have all the exposure to, and then there's other people you want to have like a little bit less limited exposure to, and maybe other people that you would eliminate exposure to. So if you have people that you just feel like are not as gritty or not helping you, maybe they're sucking you down and pulling you down, you might want to think about limiting your exposure to those people. Kind of like how my friend did to me back when I was stuck. We're still friends today. She didn't just kick me to the curb, but she limited her exposure because it was not a healthy relationship at that time. So you may want to shift who you spend time with and recognize if you're going into a situation where you're going to be around somebody that is an energy sucker for you, you can be prepared to limit the amount of time that you spend. And yeah, sometimes there are times where you might need to eliminate altogether. It's just a toxic relationship or really unhealthy. But even in those scenarios, you don't need to announce anything to the world or have some crazy conversation. You can just shift your lifestyle. And a lot of times that shift in your lifestyle and your mindset and how you live will naturally eliminate some of those negative, toxic things from your life and will shift your circle that you're surrounded with. I really feel like when you choose as a mom, as a friend, as a business person, like in all areas of your life, if you choose to show up as your best self and exude the things that you want to see in the people you're around, you will attract those people and you will repel the other people. So show up as your best self, show up gritty, look for these characteristics in others, and see how it shifts your life. So there is day number 2. Get around some gritty mamas, girlfriend. You can have it all. You can thrive. And it makes a huge difference when you get around women who will encourage you and lift you up. So don't forget to join our Facebook community where you can get surrounded by a ton of these women with ambitious, positive, empowering women, and get in there and share your feedback on today's challenge. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great day.